Authority encourages members of the public to use these basic guidelines to help decide on whether something is an emergency or not. The authority reminds the public that in the case of an emergency, always call 911 or head immediately to the emergency room. This message has been brought to you by the Public Hospitals Authority.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that's going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for tuning in. Here's a live look at the Bahamas tonight, coming your way next.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Now at 11, what we are learning about this afternoon's gas explosion at a western New Providence eatery. 2 people injured in that incident, the latest ahead on the investigation. No word about when or whether there will be a by-election following the passing of Golden Isles MP Vaughn Miller. But the DPM with something to say about the Boundaries Commission's work, where the long-anticipated report now stands coming up. And moving in, King's College officially opens the doors to its new state-of-the-art oceanfront boarding facilities. Those stories and the day's other news this late night, Thursday, October 2nd, 2025.
The Bahamas tonight at 11. The final word starts now.
And we welcome you to the broadcast this late night. I'm Corval Pyfrom. 2 service workers injured after a powerful liquefied natural gas explosion at a fire near Old Fort Bay in western New Providence this afternoon. Reports on the incident began surfacing just after 2 today. That prompted an immediate response from the police fire services. Our Lloyd Allen starts us off here at 11 with the very latest.
An emergency for police and fire officials as a explosion was reported just after 2 p.m. in the area of Old Fort Bay, happening at the Harbor Green Plaza at an establishment called Cafe Coco Vine Martini Bar. Now, according to initial reports, that explosion happened just after 2 p.m. when the restaurant was having its gas tank refueled when an explosion happened. 2 of the service workers, we understand, have been injured and since transported to hospital. Also, we've been told that that explosion has spread to the building, engulfing most of it and also expanding to a nearby structure. That structure is the Love Brand & Co. Company, a clothing brand. We're told there is minimal damage. However, they have called roofing crews to assist to prevent any further damage. Now, while at that scene, we also spoke with Deputy Fire Chief Superintendent Demarest Brister, who provided more details on today's explosion.
This building itself is almost totally destroyed on the inside. We urge persons to check their cylinders Monday and also have the local companies come and inspect these cylinders to be sure that you don't have a disaster like this.
Now, we also understand that those 2 injured persons were brought to Doctors Hospital. Their conditions remain unknown. But this fire coming just 3 months after a renovation at the restaurant, which was formerly called Coco Plum. And this also comes just months after that December explosion at a Blue Hill Road South establishment. Reporting here from Doctors Hospital for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
All right, Lloyd, I'm sure you'll stay with that story for us. An intense manhunt is on tonight for escaped prisoner D'Angelo Culmer. An All Points Bulletin form is on your screen right now. Police confirming this evening that Culmer escaped lawful custody from the Nassau Street Court Complex on South Street around 3:30 this afternoon. Authorities say he was last seen wearing a blue t-shirt and light blue jeans. He has a light brown complexion with a tattoo of lips on his neck and the name Tiffany on his right chest. Police say the reason for Culmer's custody is unknown. The matter is also being thoroughly investigated to determine the circumstances surrounding this incident. Some political news here at 11. Amid speculation as to when a by-election will be held following this past weekend's sudden death of Golden Isles MP and Environment and Natural Resources Minister Vaughn Miller, Deputy Prime Minister the Honourable Chester Cooper indicating that for now, the government is focused on providing support to Miller's family. This as the country is observing a period of mourning following his death.
Once we get through this mourning phase, no doubt there will be more about transitions. But for now, we're focused on providing support to the family, the constituents of Mr. Miller, and no doubt Prime Minister will have more to say directly on this matter.
Well, Free National Movement leader Michael Pintard was tight-lipped about whether or not the party will contest the by-election. However, he did have this to say.
It would be interesting to see whether or not this government is prepared to again, as they did in West Grand Bahama, spent over we believe $10 million on one seat, while there are many roofs that are still leaking in West Grand Bahama. Many houses are compromised in different ways. The administration center is not fully open. The school is not fully open. Bahamians have real-life bread and butter issues that the government needs to dedicate resources to. A general election will give one party or another a new mandate, and so he ought to go to a general election.
Meantime, the Boundaries Commission's report delayed due to a number of issues, including ongoing voter registration. That may be in part due to redistricting in some constituencies based on a shift in demographics. However, Boundaries Commission member DPM Cooper hints it's too soon to determine what those specific changes may be.
For example, there's 5 islands. We've been called upon to look at scenarios like that one to see whether there is the need to make some adjustments. These conversations are ongoing. The registration process is advancing, and as the registration process advances, we're going to look to see whether there needs to be some adjustment. So Prime Minister Davis, in his wisdom, thought that the later we present the report, the more accurate information we will have.
Another note from the world of politics. Former Prime Minister and Killarney MP Dr. Minnis neither confirming nor denying whether he'll be running as an independent in the general election, charging that he's more concerned about what can be done to remedy issues facing Bahamians. Here's his response when he was asked if he'll align himself with the Democratic National Alliance.
Green, I wear pink. I wear pink. This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I advise the entire Bahamas to wear pink this month. I'm running in Killarney. However it's done, you will know, because you will see Minnis' name on the ballot. And I've told my people as I go through, when you go to that poll, you look for Minnis, M-I-N-N-I-S. Many just say menace. It's not menace, it's Minnis.
Stay tuned. In other news here at 11, Minister of Economic Affairs, Senator the Honourable Michael Halkitis, isn't expecting that the United States government's shutdown, now into its second day, will have much impact on the Bahamas, at least not for now. But he believes any potential impact would depend on several factors. As the U.S. economy is something the Bahamas cannot control, he noted that this is why it is important to improve the country's finances so that in the event of an economic slowdown, the country can better withstand it.
It always depends on how long it lasts. There doesn't seem at this stage to be a lot of appetite amongst their actors for any sort of compromise, so we'll have to see. I heard one story saying there might be up to 750,000 people furloughed, not paid. Trickle-down effect in terms of, if it causes a slowdown in their economy, how does that affect us? Nothing we can really quantify at this early stage. But as with everything with our economy, we see positive growth, but we're always aware and careful about, things that can happen that are out of our control.
In a moment, the days of the news this late night. When we come back, a Chinese celebration 76 years in the making. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight at 11. Much more to stay up for.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent, to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Sting Junkanoo Group is celebrating 25 years of music, and you're invited to the greatest show ever, counting down the years, performing hit song after hit song. Stevie S, Colin McDonald, KB, Dyson Knight and D-Mac. Saturday, November 1st at the Farm Marshall Road, 8 p.m. until. Tickets can be purchased online at www.bahamaseattickets.com for your skybox or to be a food vendor. Call 424-6433, 477-0191. Sponsored by ZNS, Island Luck TV, The Farm, Gatorade Today and Co. Limited, Krista Minute and Associates.
Things may be tough, but Wendy's got you covered. Grab a Dave's single or chicken sandwich with a junior fries and 16-ounce beverage for just $6.95. Why choose less from the other guys when you can get more? At Wendy's, we're providing bigger bites and better deals. So purchase your Tings Tough Value Meal today. Now available at all locations excluding the airport and food truck.
We continue this late night with the People's Republic of China celebrating its 76th anniversary of its founding during a special reception at Margaritaville last night. The special event showcased China's rich culture, fashion, calligraphy, and dance. Chinese paintings and gifts were presented to the Prime Minister and his deputy. Chinese ambassador to the Bahamas, Her Excellency Yang Zhirong, highlighted some of her country's notable achievements this year.
First half of 2025. Despite global uncertainty, tariff hikes, and protectionism, China's economy withstood the pressure and its GDP grew by 5.3% year-on-year. China has contributed about 30% to global growth. We are the top trading partner of more than 150 countries and regions, and an indispensable part of the global industrial and supply chains.
As mentioned, the Prime Minister was there. He touted the long-standing relationship both countries share.
The Bahamas values its friendship with China because it is built on respect. Respect for sovereignty, respect for partnership, and respect for the needs of ordinary people. That respect has been shown time and again in practical ways. When hurricanes tore through our islands, China stood with us. When our hospitals and clinics needed support, China helped strengthen them. When young Bahamians sought opportunities to study abroad, China opened its doors.
King's College Schools deepening its educational footprint in the country with the official opening of a new boarding lodge on Love Beach right here in New Providence. Fern Carey attended this morning's opening ceremony.
The multi-million-dollar state-of-the-art King's College Beachfront Boarding Lodge provides a safe environment for students to learn and thrive. The new building has a capacity to host 50 students and features private bathrooms, bedrooms, a shared kitchen, gym, and study areas. Founding principal of King's College School, Matteo Rossetti, believes the new building will enhance the learning experience of students by providing an immersive learning environment outside of the classroom.
Experiential learning, allowing students to really delve into marine science and conservation studies as well, and really enhance their learning experience. You imagine, for example, also students coming back from school, they come back at the lodge, and on one side they could be supported by teachers who are outside after hours. They could be benefiting from talks from specialists.
The facility currently hosts permanent boarders from the Family Islands, flexi boarders, and exchange students.
Also, we have students on exchanges at the moment, students from Brazil. Next term, we're going to have students coming over from Italy, from Switzerland, from the United Kingdom as well. one of the main aspects for us is going to be really expanding that exchange program for our students. Is one of the things that, and one of the aspects of the school that parents and students most value.
Deputy Prime Minister, the Honourable Chester Cooper, says the facility represents an investment of $85 million, including the school and the lodge.
It will be a place where students from family islands can pursue opportunities without distance holding them back. It will welcome international students into a school that reflects both excellence and the warmth of the Bahamas, a place that will hopefully nurture new ambassadors for the Bahamas, a place where international students will come and immerse in our culture, learn of our environment.
The new lodge is expected to be a home away from home for local and international students. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Fern, thank you. Let's turn now to news from our number one industry. The Bahamas reinforcing its leadership role in global tourism as Tourism Director General Latia Duncombe addressing the World Travel and Tourism Council Global Summit in Rome, Italy. Under the theme La Grande Bellezza, which means the great beauty of travel, more than 1,600 delegates from more than 60 countries attended this year's event. DG Duncombe was a featured speaker in the Global Leaders Dialogue, Progress Towards a Connected Travel and Tourism World, where she emphasized the Bahamas' ongoing efforts to strengthen connectivity between its islands, integrate sustainability into its growth strategy, and leverage technology and partnerships that enhance competitiveness while ensuring that tourism continues to create lasting opportunities for Bahamians. DG Duncombe also engaged with high-level leaders to open pathways to new opportunities across sustainability, investment, technology, and tourism partnerships. The Caribbean Media Exchange will present its inaugural Lifetime Achievement Award to the Right Honorable Subaltern Bethel, described as one of the Caribbean's most accomplished tourism visionaries and a national icon of the Bahamas. The Eleuthera native made history as the first Bahamian appointed Director General of Tourism and the longest serving in the nation's history. Over his distinguished career, he guided the Bahamas' tourism development and played a key role in regional collaboration, including serving as chairman of the Caribbean Tourism Organization. His influence extends beyond the Caribbean, earning global recognition as a leading tourism expert and policy advisor. The CMEX Lifetime Achievement Award will be presented at the 2025 CMEX Leadership Awards in Miami on December 7th. The Bahamas Tonight at 11 turns to sports next. Here's Amajal Knowles with a preview of what's ahead.
Jazz saves the Yankees season. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
J.S. Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
I don't know, but
what kind of cars is
parking? You ain't even know where to park. Yeah, just don't park in the, look at this way. Like you ain't get nowhere to go. Don't park. Just don't park.
Don't park over here. That's handicap.
No, man, you can't park in handicap. I ain't gonna be that long. Handicap spot, boy, what's going on, dog? I tell you we shouldn't park here now. This way park here.
I tell you we shouldn't park here.
No, get one of these three. My bar big broke, and he got a sticker inside. This ain't this mud though. We gotta move. This is a handicap spot. But we gotta move. Don't. We can move right now. Sorry.
Be considerate. Don't use disabled parking spaces without a decal in your vehicle. This message is brought to you by the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities.
You're probably wondering what I'm doing here sitting in our amazing studio. Well, I'm preparing for my new show coming this fall. In Depth with Mukesh Lapinder is a Sunday magazine-style show with timely investigations and deep explorations into the country's ills and triumphs. So join me on Sundays at 10 a.m. this fall for long-form and engaging conversations. And remember, only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Get this straight to our new sales and marketing office, Centerville House, 5th floor, ASAP.
New sales and marketing office, Centerville House, 5th floor, quick.
New sales and marketing office in Centerville House, 2nd Terrace West, 5th floor, on my way.
New sales and marketing office, Centerville House, 2nd Terrace West, 5th floor.
You could have caught a ride with me. We're only a block away from ZNS.
ZNS Sales and Marketing has moved to the 5th floor, Centerville House, 2nd Terrace West. For more information, call 502-3800.
Welcome to your Thursday evening sports check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. There's nothing in all of sports like the drama that comes with October baseball. And last night, with their backs against the wall, Jazz Chisholm Jr. and the New York Yankees managing to live to fight another day, thanks in large to the heroics of the Bahamian baseball superstar. Back in the starting lineup one night after he was benched for matchup purposes, Chisholm Jr. put together a season-saving performance for the Yankees on Wednesday night, with dynamic displays of athleticism on both sides of the ball that fueled a 4-3 win over the Boston Red Sox in Game 2 of the American League Wildcard Series. Chisholm made a crucial run-saving play with his glove in the 7th inning to prevent a runner on third from scoring, and hustled all the way from first base on Austin Wells' single to score the tie-breaking run in the 8th inning to help the Bronx Bombers force a decisive Game 3.
The next day, it's win today, you know. So all that was cleared before I came to the field today. After I left the field yesterday, it's win the next game. It's a win or go home for us, so it's all about winning.
How did you get over that, though? Was it home last night, or what helped you get through that?
I played MLB The Show, and I mercy ruled someone. That's how I get my stress off. There was never a problem between me and Aaron Boone. He's been my manager all year, and I've stood behind him all year. So we always have disagreements. I mean, I played third base this year, and we had a little bit of a disagreement in that. But at the end of the day, I always stand with Booney because he always understands where I come from. He knows I'm a passionate player. He knows I wear my feelings on my sleeve, and he knows that I'm there to compete. So.
And earlier this week, we reported on the 25th anniversary of the Golden Girls winning gold in Sydney, Australia. Now that moment inspired a whole generation of athletes. Tennis Told Sports team recently catching up with the woman that anchored the Bahamas' 4x1 team to victory on that historic night, Debbie Ferguson-McKenzie.
Wow, I just want to say to God be the glory. Very thankful for that moment, 2000, September 30th in Sydney, Australia, where, you know, LD, Savathita, Chandra, Pauline, and myself won the 4x1 relay gold. You know, it's one of those where you've done it, and we've done it, not for self, but for number one, I always tell people, for God, you know, for the country, for our teammates, and for the people. You know, I still remember that day clearly where, you know, Marion had won the 200 and the 100 meter by landslide, and all she had to do was to be within reach of, you know, me being on the anchor leg close enough, and she would have run me down. But a lot of Bahamians don't realize that my grandmother had passed that Tuesday before I started competing in the individual events that Thursday, and I didn't sleep. I was stressed out mentally, physically. But I remember the relay coming, and I remember saying to myself, Debbie, you got to get it together. This is not about you. It's about the people of the Bahamas. And I remember saying to myself, if you mess this up, you cannot go home. And I said that to say that the people of the Bahamas gave us strength and that motivation to be able to realize that failure was not an option. And so we can look back at this now where we're trying to inspire the next generation of Golden Girls and Golden Knights.
And news from the NBA. The NBA preseason getting underway today over in Dubai at the Abu Dhabi Games. VJ Edgecombe and his Philadelphia 76ers hitting the hardwood, taking on the New York Knicks. Edgecombe seeing his first on-court action since shining in Summer League. VJ would post 14 points in 31 minutes of game time, going 4 of 13 from the floor with 6 rebounds and 3 assists. Edgecombe also going a perfect 5 for 5 from the charity stripe. The Sixers and Knicks will run it back on Saturday. And that's my look at your sports on this Thursday. I'm Amajal Knowles signing out until tomorrow.
Like, what you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all the large one-topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Pumpkin.
All. Hey, VAT included, boy.
I need the $10 special place.
How many of them would you like?
20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marcos got that deal, boy.
You've got termites and need to get rid of them fast? Trust Rentokil Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rentokil Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rentokil Initial.
Hi, I'm Desmond Saunders. I want you to tune in to the new Weekend Edition, Saturdays and Sundays at 7 p.m., where we have a whole lot of new stuff for you. All right, so I'll give you a sneak preview. Boldly Bahamians, Sizzle Saturdays, Parliamentary Bench, just to name a few. So buckle up and get ready for the ride. Coming this fall, the new Weekend Edition. Stay close.
Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
The Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting is partnering with the Bahamas Christian Council to help build stronger Bahamian families.
I believe that our ultimate experience in living begins with God and family.
Our purpose is to facilitate, guide, inspire, and equip you to have a better life.
And a strong family foundation begins with each of us trying to become better individuals. Let's unite
for a stronger Bahamas.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting, the heartbeat of the nation, leading Bahamians from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment.
Okay, all you weather watchers, let's check in now with our czar of the barometer, Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean, with a look at tonight's weather forecast. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Doc Caldwell. We'll get you started in the tropics, and we still have this stalwart frontal boundary across the northern Bahamas, and that will remain there for the next couple of days, and that will fire up pockets of showers and thunderstorms as we go through the weekend. And in the tropics, we have this area, I expect an area of low pressure to fall on that frontal boundary near the northern Bahamas, and it will eventually move towards the northwest across the Florida Peninsula the early part of next week, and we're giving it a very low chance of development. And then there's another area in the far eastern Atlantic where there are some disorganized showers and thunderstorms taking place. As it moves towards the west and over more warmer waters, we can anticipate some development taking place over the next several days as well. So we'll keep our eyes on the system very, very closely and keep you posted. Our forecast for tonight, we're looking at mostly cloudy and warm, periods of rain and thunderstorms a bit on the breezy side this evening with a low temperature around 78 degrees. And tomorrow, we're looking at cloudy and breezy, a couple of morning showers followed by a couple of thunderstorms in the afternoon, and that's courtesy of that frontal boundary that's just to the north of us. High temperature getting up to 83 degrees and the extended weather forecast a bit on the wet side over the weekend, and that will simply add to the already saturated grounds that we have around the islands. We'll get a little break on Sunday, but we'll still have 1 or 2 thunderstorms taking place, and as we go into the early part of next week, more showers return to the forecast area. Temperature-wise, though, not too bad during the daytime, upper 80s and the upper 70s during the nighttime. Carvel.
Many thanks to you, Basil, and thank you for being with us this late night. I'm Corval Pyfrom, and for all of us, take care, be well, and remember, we will be looking to see all you right back here tomorrow evening. Good night.
At Bahama Boulevard, I'm Sean Minnis. This is ZNS.